Bottom of the 8th inning here from Homer Stryker Field. The Rafters leading the Growlers by a score of 7-5. Andy Ockham, Cullen Kapoor live here from Kalamazoo on your home for Rafter Baseball, 97.5 FM, 1320 AM, or on your Civic Media apps. It's WFHR and it's locally grown radio. 6-7-8 to begin this frame for Kalamazoo. Blake Grimmer swinging at the first pitch, hits it in the air down the left field line. That one will touchdown foul, though, on the concourse.
Bryson Moore, 55 pitches through his first few frames, just tossed number 56. Looking for a clean frame here in the bottom of the 8th to set the stage for Evan Palmer in the 9th.
A one delivery home from the Virginia Cavalier. That one, an elevated heater that catches the outer half. Called a strike. Grimmer in the hole, 0-2. Grimmer in this ball game. The big 3-run homer in the 4th that gave Kalamazoo a 3-1 lead at the time. Also singled in the 2nd inning. The 0-2. This one tapped on the ground. Two-hopper to second off the lip. Onati jumping in the air to haul it in and throws to first in time. Mason Onati, have yourself a day both at the plate and in the field. That's the first out of this inning.
That's one of the more athletic plays I think I've ever seen off that hop. He reaches out and snags the baseball off a foot or more vertical jump there on that hop. Onati's had 2 sparkling defensive plays on the day today.
Tipping a imaginary cap. Obviously, I have my hair all done nice for the radio, not even being on camera, but Onati gets a tip of my cap after that fantastic play. Corbin Griffin in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch missing downstairs to the right fielder for ball 1. Griffin put down a squeeze back in the 6th inning. Brought home a Growler run, made it 6-5 at the time. The 1-0 pitch, missing low and away for ball 2. Griffin from right here in Kalamazoo plays in the MAC conference at the Division I level at Ball State University in Indiana. Did not appear in the lineup yesterday for the Growlers. 6 on the pitch clock, more out of the windup, the 2-0 delivery. This one hit in the air, shallow left field, fair territory. McIntosh, the third baseman, drawing out as this one shades into foul ground just out near the Rafter bullpen to make the grab for the second out of the inning.
2 quick outs for Bryson Moore on just 5 pitches, exactly what he needs. Of course, facing the bottom half of this lineup, being Grimmer, Griffin, and Parada up now. That's exactly what Moore needed to do. Get those 2 quick outs, get in and out of this frame quickly, and set the stage for the 9th.
Antonio Parada, Moore's teammate at the University of Virginia, and the first baseman for the Growlers, foul tips that first pitch from Moore into the glove of Cashel Duggar. Count begins 0-1. Moore looking to close the book on this outing by retiring his fellow Virginia Cavalier. 0-1 pitch, fouled back to the screen. A couple of heaters from Bryson. He's ahead 0-2. Got out of the 7th inning with a huge strikeout of Gabe Springer, with 2 on and just a 1-run lead. Looking to work a 1-2-3 home half of the 8th, like you said, Cullen, to pass the baton off to Evan Palmer for the 9th inning. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Moore's payoff delivery. This one shot in the air, right center field. It's going to get down in front of Walker Buchanan and Jorge Degatti for a single. Runner takes a spill around first, though. The throw back to the bag, not in time. Beyond Grayson Schaefer, it's a 2-out single for Parada. Going after an 0-2 delivery here, Cullen, in the 8th inning.
And at the very least, that will flip the card back if Wells does get out for the 9th inning for Kalamazoo. But like we've been saying all game, Andy, Wells not your prototypical 9-hole hitter for Kalamazoo. He's already got a double and a single today. This guy can swing the bat. This is a big chance for Kalamazoo to, at the very least, chip away at this 2-run deficit.
Wells led off the previous inning, doubling coming in to score. Also singled back in the 3rd. Has a chance here. He hit an 8th inning home run yesterday as well for Kalamazoo. That came off Jack Wiesinger. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Wells. Gets past the glove of Cashel Duggar into the screen. Advancing to second is Parada. He's now out in scoring position here with 2 away.
Yeah, it's crazy how things change. Parada was down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes, and now he stands on second base with Wells in a hitter's count.
You look down to the Rafter dugout. Chris Arroyo has a bat in his hands, just swinging it near the dugout, staying loose. Potentially could see a pinch hit appearance for one of the powerful Rafter bats not in the lineup here tonight, but we got to get to that top of the ninth first. Moore out of the stretch, down in the count 1-0, comes set. 2 toe taps and a look back to second base, the 1-0. Breaking ball swung on and missed. A tight slider from Moore there on the 1-0 delivery. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Rafters scored the first run of the ball game back in the second inning, trailed 3-1 after the fourth. A huge 4-run top of the sixth inning, the difference maker up to this point. 1-1 pitch, bounced in the dirt, backhanded by Cashel Duggar, kept out in front. 2 balls and a strike now in the catcher, Trey Wells.
One actually hit off of Wells right off the carom from Duggar's glove. Allowed it to be kept in front of him. Bryson Moore behind in the count against a really good hitter in Trey Wells and his college teammate.
Rafters entering tonight 6-6 in the second half, 21-24 overall in the season. They're looking to get above 500 in half number 2. The 2-1 delivery from Moore after a long pause and 2 looks back to second. This one in on the hands, ripped into left field. It's going to get down in front of Landon Gaz for a base hit. Parada's going to come in to score. It's a 2-out RBI single for Trey Wells, and it's 7-6 Rafters.
Well, that's where that RBI back in the top of the previous inning comes into play. At the very least, the game is not tied just yet, but Kalamazoo's got some heat to them in the bottom of the 8th inning. Trey Wells checks in for the 3rd time today. Great piece of hitting there. It's a 7-6 game.
It gets to Miles Beal. Was the second hitter due up an inning ago, was hit by a pitch. The first time he's reached in this ball game. Hitting from the left side here against Bryson Moore. Still holding on to that 1-run lead. The first pitch to Beal. Swing and a miss. Count begins 0-1. Moore and Cruisenberry both, Colin, for the most part tonight, have done a good job of getting in front of hitters. They've been allowing contact, and they're choosing to get beat that way over anything else. The 0-1 pitch slapped in the air down the left field line. That'll roll out in foul territory onto the concourse. Quickly 0-2 here on the Northwood University product.
Pitch number 70 by Bryson Moore after Tristan Cruisenberry went 78 tosses. Both hurlers for Wisconsin Rapids, 5 hits and 3 runs allowed and 4 strikeouts.
Wells leading off first, just a 1-step lead for the Growler catcher, being held on by Grayson Schaefer. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. That'll end the inning. Couple of 2-out hits for Kalamazoo, make it a 1-run contest. Antonio Parada singling, and then Trey Wells bringing him around on a base hit as well. 7-6 the score. We head to the top of the 9th here at Homer Stryker Field. Our score, a 1-run lead in favor of your Rafters right here on 97.5 FM, 1320 AM, WFHR.